about Vlad, so I'm not sure. But potency picked up here, so trying to be dispelling the ignite would be my guess. And we'll cover what was picked up a little bit later as Shifu jumping in right away. The bear going to come out, trying to pressure onto that Lucy still. Going to fall back a little bit using the M2 to get a little bit of space, but Morphe's going to push back with his E. Big M2 damage coming out there onto Condemned. Condemned, though, putting high pressure onto Morphe. Morphe going to have to leap away, putting counter pressure onto the red Lucy as Lucy taking a bit of pressure here from the Shifu. Shifu going to get pushed back from that fear and leaping in. The ultimate coming out, going to be avoided, though, by the space. There's the ultimate coming out from Shifu. Shifu going to avoid the stun, going to hit the trance. Big damage coming out onto Morphe. Morphe falling back. The Impale going to hit, though. I'm sorry, the Javelin. The Petrify coming out. So good job. Morphe going to get a little bit of breathing room. They're trying to get that middle orb. Is going to get it. So going to get healed up. The barrier now coming out. Deadly Inject, though. Incapacitate onto Bluesy. The counter pressure coming out from Morphe, though. Morphe gonna use his EXQ again to Petrify. Good job. But the Petrify coming out onto Lucy. Here comes Morphe onto Shifu. Going to be able to pick up a couple health orbs. The M2 doing big damage. Going to get the barrier. Now Lucy's going to be vulnerable. There's the ultimate coming out, though. The ultimate now onto Red Lucy. Red Lucy getting taken down very low. Still in the goo. Going to get killed. Petrify, though, onto Morphe. Morphe going to push back. What a huge swing of play. The counter coming out. Little bit of damage. There's the ultimate. Going to leap away as Morphe and Hinkin doing an awesome job countering that. Gonna use his own counter. Finally taken out by the M1 of Lucy. Holy cow, what a swing of a play. What an awesome play. I cannot believe it. Morphe was on his last leg, limping along for like 90% of that round, and he ends up getting it. Oh my goodness. So sorry, his ceremonial spear coming out, which means his Impale heals for 4. He's going to get the full charges when he Kunjus, which is a huge power spike here from huge power spike here for the Shifu. So let's see how the team does here. So a lot of pressure coming now onto Morphe. He's going to hit the counter, has those full counters. Going to go right onto the Lucy, though. Lucy taking a bit of damage. The stun going to miss as Morphe putting pressure onto Red Lucy, but no real damage is done there. The incapacitate into the M2 by Shifu. Shifu doing big damage. The stun is going to hit. M2's coming out. Going to avoid, though, with the Javelin toss. And now big damage again coming out, likely onto the Lucy. Going to use the barrier. Shifu taking a bit. Going to miss that M2. Deadly Inject coming out. Going to avoid the damage, though, from the space. Great flask there, or the cask. Gonna avoid the damage. There's the Kunju. The ultimate coming out. Shifu gonna be killed. Not able to kill Lucy on the blue team. As now Red Lucy, the only one left, eating a bunch of those M2 bolts. There's the stun. Gonna leap away. They reset up into the middle and gonna get the kill. Or I'm sorry, the middle orb. So good play here from the blue team. As Varian not gonna give up yet. There's the Petrify. Deadly Inject coming out. The stun coming out. Now the M2's big damage set up there, and I'm kind of calming down here because I just think, unfortunately here for Lucy, he's fighting a losing battle between two full health characters. Oh man, this is going to be a fun one to cast. These guys are going back and forth like crazy. That is super, super fun to watch. So let's see what's picked up here. Shifu did get that power spike, but unfortunately wasn't really able to do much with it. As the potency and alacrity getting the movement speed, as we see the potency, the companion potion, that's not one we see picked up too much. That's interesting. And then weakening toxin, which is pretty standard. I wouldn't be surprised if we see weakening toxin come out here for Hinkin. And then conflagration, which we see a lot. This will be good because he'll be able to trade with Lucy a bit better. And also, if he uses it, Shifu won't be able to use the Javelin to come onto him. So let's see. This will be interesting here. So they're asking what server is this? I wonder if they think they're having a little bit of time here, or a little hard time with the lag. Hinkin says EU West, I think. Condensed says you think? So they're going to take a little bit of break here. Wow, and then Shifu goes in on them while they're typing. So a little BM there. So let's see how Morphe and Hinkin respond to that as the Javelin coming out, putting a little bit of pressure. Going to use the space to get away. Incapacitate coming out. The orb is up in the middle. Blue team ends up getting it. Counter is going to be triggered. I thought maybe it wasn't there, but it does. The deadly injection coming out, the javelin, the ultimate though, putting in a bit of damage there onto Red Lucy. Red Lucy, the stun coming out, going to hit, and the barrier though is going to protect quite a bit of the damage using that firewall again. I don't know if he got the ignite onto Shifu there, but yeah, we'll have to see. As the orb going to go to the red team now. The M2. It's so hard with Impale to steal the middle orb with a Shifu around. The Petrify is going to hit. A couple of the health orbs going to be grabbed though. Morphe doing a bit of damage. Going to use his ult to peel the immaterial coming out. There's the goo. And going to push him right into the goo. The counter though is going to get him out. And no real damage coming out as the Impale coming out onto Morphe. Morphe taking a bit of damage, using the firewall. The conflagration doing a little bit of work there, but wasn't able to hit too many of those bolts. The M2 trying to set up, and I think the red team got that, maybe the blue team. I'm not sure who got that. The double ult just going to miss. Both players going to use their invulnerability to get away, and Morphe going to come back in. Good petrify by Bluesy. As Red Lucy is not going to come in. I thought she was coming in. She decides to stay back. The deadly inject just missing. The stun going to peel. Able to leap away. Both players still barely alive. There's the petrify. Are they going to be able to get it? There's the firewall. And they are going to be able to guarantee it. So blue team getting a little bit healed up. The javelin going to do a bit of damage onto Morphe. Morphe going to use his space to get away. There's the barrier. The stun coming out. The petrify. Both players getting CC'd. In good job pushing him back. Oh man, the Kuju's going to be triggered. He's trying to set up. Able to get the ult onto Lucy. Lucy getting taken down very low. Morphe's going to get the barrier. Morphe now coming back in. There's the panic fear. Going to set up. And they do get that. So going to get a heal back up. So blue team coming back. Going to trigger the counter and ends up leaping away right away. Going to be able to grab the energy orbs and going to push back again. So we'll be able to get those bottom health orbs likely. And there he goes for them. So Hinkin going to get petrified. The javelin coming in, but Morphe putting counter pressure and going to get the kill onto Lucy with that conflagration. Going to push in the muck. Will Shifu be able to 2v1 this? Going to get pushed in the muck a little bit. Going to javelin back out of the sphere. The blue team, though, steals it again. And there's the final blow. Good job by Morphe and Hinkin playing the Bluesy and the Ashka. Man, they are just getting so low and coming back. It is just crazy to me how low they're getting. So let's see what it says. So they know from firsthand experience that they shouldn't join tournament next time. Oh, Sizen, you are rude, man. People are asking why do lower ranked people join tournaments. Well, lower ranked people join tournaments to get experience and learn, you know, from better people. You got to play people better than you for you to go. So Juke Nut says that both teams have high elo players, and Zillion Only says, "What's up, Stalker W?" Not 100% sure who Stalker is. I think he's in this game right now, or maybe he's in the last game. So just throwing out props. So we see the stimulant coming out to do extra damage, and then the one where you get more energy. So we'll see how that works out for Morphe. Gonna jump in on the Lucy, gonna put pressure in, got the ignite, so damage coming out pretty good. Not gonna be able to dispel it though. Just gonna heal, go around the corner. Hinkin walking back up, trying to get the deadly inject onto Lucy. Oh, good EX Javelin there to pull the orb to them, so they guaranteed the orb. Now pressure coming back onto Lucy, gonna hit the trance. There's a big M2 damage with the deadly inject. A lot of pressure coming out here onto Hinkin playing the blue Lucy. Another deadly inject. The M2 from Shifu just gonna miss. And the heals keeping him alive. There's the petrify, gonna hit it. The stun not hitting. The impale just doing so much damage, and now Morphe's gonna be by himself. We saw him in the first ESL Cup getting a very good 2v1, and it looks like the red team able to hit that. The counter's gonna hit. There's the ultimate, not gonna hit both players as Lucy uses the roll. The deadly injection coming out, gonna use the javelin to steal the health. The impale coming out, doing a bit, gonna push back. The deadly injecto coming out. There's the firewall, able to get a couple conflagrations. There's the in-cap impale. And the first round going here for the red team. That was pretty impressive there from the red team. They really took out the blue Lucy very, very, very quickly. As Zillion says, damn, this Ashka is pretty good. And I would agree with that. This Ashka is quite good. That is Morphe. And really, all four of these players are quite strong. Condemned, I believe, is a grade 15. So Condemned definitely has experience in the ladder. Gonna hit the counter, though. Leaps out right immediately, putting pressure onto that red Lucy. Blue Lucy taking pressure, though. The M2 is going to put a lot of damage into Shifu. The Firewall coming out, Conflagration, going to put, again, some big damage onto Shifu. So Shifu taking more damage than the Lucy right now. There's the Deadly Inject, the stun coming out. Big damage, though. He's taken down very low already. Going to hit the Immaterial, though, right as the ultimate comes out. But there's the Fear Deadly Inject combo. Going to dispel his immunity. The counter coming out. Not going to be triggered. Shifu going to be very vulnerable. You see Morphe now coming in. There's the in cap. Putting pressure now onto Lucy. Lucy, though, going to use the barrier. There's the Fear and the counter. Not going to be triggered. There's the Petrify. And Shifu does get the middle orb. So he's going to be able to get that. The push, though, and then pushed away again. So no real damage coming out with the ultimate. As Shifu trying to get in the counter, not going to be triggered, try to guess it, uses the Javelin coming in, Blue Lucy taking quite a bit of damage here again, but Shifu taking down very low. Going to be able to grab a couple heals, leaps around the corner, counter going to be hit. The ultimate does get the kill onto Shifu, as Red Lucy going to be by herself. I don't know if she got that or not, but right now a huge stun setup. And she's taken out, and that is going to be the 4th round here for the blue team. So blue team responds back immediately. Holy cow. So X-Black says, I'm watching this every time my game is getting boring. Oh, come on, man. You guys are such trolls. You and Winghaven, man. You and Winghaven. So the Everlasting Fire coming out, and it looked like the extra slow. The extra slow coming out, and then Spear Dance, he becomes speed bonus. Wow, so I thought he would have got the heal, so ends up not getting the heal. So we'll see as the red team's tournament life is on the balance right now. Good in cap. Oh, big damage onto the Bluesy. Bluesy getting hit with the Deadly Injector barrier coming out. Going to be taken down already. There's a Javelin. There's a stun coming out. Going to get Kuju, though, so not going to get hit. The M2s, it looks like the blue team was able to guarantee the orb, keeping Bluesy alive. As Shifu and Lucy are at full health. There's the ultimate. Going to be able to get away, though. Not going to get the kill. The barrier coming out as the chase still continuing. So now counter pressure coming out onto Morphe. Big damage there as the Impale hits. There's the goo. Going to get pushed out. Morphe's killed and Lucy killed. Wow, that was a commanding round there from the red team. I'm not even sure what their team name is. But doing really, I mean, that was like not even close. The red team needs more of that. They need more of that. It's again, they only lose one more round. They need to win 3 straight if they're going to stay in the tournament. Will Morphe and Hinkin be able to survive this? Going right on to Lucy. Lucy going to use the barrier. Counter not going to come out. She ends up cancel casting that. Going to actually push him out of the stun, though, so not going to hit. There's the Fear, though. Couple M2s coming out from Morphe. Morphe putting in big damage. Now on to Lucy again. Lucy going to use the barrier, though, avoiding much of that damage. The counter not going to be triggered. There's the in cap setting up for the middle orb. Red team is going to get it. Javelin onto Lucy. Lucy getting a lot of pressure here again. The Impale coming out. There's the ultimate. She's going to roll away, so not taking too much pressure. Going to get pushed away with the flash. Morphe putting in pressure onto the red Lucy, but Shifu still keeping it up. Gonna use his space to set up the double ult, but Lucy in cap in the up2. Waited just a little bit too long, though. There's the Dispel, though, coming out from red Lucy. Red Lucy getting taken down very low. Gonna roll away. Good EX Javelin, though, pulling Morphe away. Gonna trigger the Kuju. The Impale gonna do a bit of damage. Gonna use his space to avoid the damage. There's the stun, though. Incapacitate coming out, and they take another round. So comeback is real. Coming out in chat. Comeback is real. Let's hear it, team. Let's hear it, stream. Come on. Comeback is real. Down by 1. 2 rounds in a row here for the red team. Condemned and Varian playing Lucy and Shifu. Morphe putting in a bit of damage here with the Ashka. Gonna leap over. The counter not going to be triggered. Lucy using the barrier. Gonna avoid quite a bit of that damage. Red team, Lucy healing back up. Does break the in cap, though, as the Fear comes out. So unfortunate there for his team. Lucy again taking big damage. Hits that 3-charge Impale. The barrier coming out. The Petrifying a little bit of damage. Using the ult to guarantee the middle orb being grabbed by him. The counter not going to be triggered there from the Shifu. The stun coming out. Barrier going to be used on both players. Counter pressure. There's the Javelin onto Lucy. Lucy going to be able to get away. Has the 3 charges. Big damage there onto Lucy. Morphe now ulting again. Going to miss both players, though, unfortunately, as he just missed Lucy. And using the space there as the ultimate doing big damage onto Lucy. Lucy going to take it down very low. Incapacitate onto Morphe. Morphe going to be able to get out of it. The